Whether you think you can or can't, you're right. That's one of my favorite quotes because it has to do with your mind and the strength that your mind has. And this quote can be applied to all aspects of life. Let's break it down with a simple example. Wrestlers, pay attention. I don't care how much experience you have, how strong you are, how fast you are. If you do not have strong mental strength and you do not believe in yourself, then you will not succeed. Okay, I don't want to say you won't succeed, but you're going to have a much harder time if your mind is working against you. I've coached guys who had all the talent in the world. They would beat guys in the practice room like it was nothing. But when it came to matches, they would crumble. They let external factors get in the way of their own success. Wow, look at that guy. He's ripped. He's got huge muscles. I'm never gonna beat him. Or that guy beat someone that beat me last week. There's no chance. I'm not going to win. Or that guy's 33-3. He only has 3 losses. He has such a good record. I'm not gonna beat him. If you go into a match thinking that you're gonna lose, guess what? You're gonna lose. Sure, maybe on the rare occasion you'll win the match. The point I'm trying to make is that if your mind is not in the right place, then you're gonna have a very hard time winning matches and succeeding, reaching your goals. Now, there's a difference between being confident and cocky. Wow! I recommend you all being confident in your abilities. Not cocky where you're at the point where you underestimate your opponent. You should never underestimate your opponent. For me, when I was competing, I didn't want to know anything about my opponent. Now, I don't necessarily recommend not knowing anything about your opponent. It can be helpful to study your opponent so that you know what moves and abilities they have. But one of the biggest reasons was I didn't want my head to get in the way of my success. I had a game plan going into every single match, and I was going to execute that no matter who my opponent was. It could be a state champ, or it could be a JV wrestler. I never took anyone lightly, and I wrestled my hardest every single match. There are things in the sport of wrestling that you just cannot teach, and that is what is in here and what is in here. Your heart and your mind. What does having heart mean? What does that mean? We hear coaches say that all the time. It's an intangible asset that you pretty much are just born with or you don't have it. I've never successfully been able to teach someone to have heart. That's up to you.
You!
So what is it? It means not giving up. It means perseverance. It means battling. Even when you're losing in a match, you fight all the way to the end. You believe in yourself and you try your hardest because guess what? You might come back and you might win. It means never rolling over, never going to your back, and just giving up. My junior year of college, I was wrestling against an NCAA qualifier, and within the first 20 seconds of the match, I tripped over my own 2 feet, fell down on my butt, and got taken down. Now, it could have been really easy for me to just say in my mind, oh, this guy's an NCAA qualifier, I just gave up the 2, I'm just going to roll this one in, I'm not going to win, I'm just going to give up.
Loser!
And it could have been really as simple as that. No, that's not what I'm about. And that's why I'm making this video. You should never give up. You should always fight to the end. What ended up happening? I ended up rallying back and I ended up winning the match 7-3.
Oh, yes.
It was my first win against an NCAA qualifier, and it gave me a confidence boost that made me say, yeah, I belong. I am as good as these other guys. My mind believes it. My body and my training believes it. You got to put them together and execute now. Having a game plan in this sport is crucial. As a coach, sometimes I believe in my athletes even more than they believe in themselves. And that's frustrating because your mind can elevate you to the next level in this sport. Think of it this way, and this is a far-fetched example, but it might put things in perspective for you. Imagine you go off and train with the best wrestler in the world, in the outskirts of the world, on a tiny little island with no people or news or whatever. You're just focused on training. That's it. You don't have any external factors. It's just you and your trainer, and you're working hard.
My trainer said to do some bicep curls, so I'm doing bicep curls and I'm working hard.
Now let's say you guys train for 3 months, 6 months, and then you come back to civilization and you enter yourself in a wrestling tournament and you go to compete for the first time. Not knowing anything about your competition, not knowing anything about anyone else. How are you going to react?
That guy's got some big biceps. He must do bicep curls.
I would just wrestle like my trainer had told me. I know nothing else. I just execute my game plan like I've been told. I'm not going to let my competition, whoever it is, get in the way of that. That's the way it should be, in my opinion. Who cares what singlet your opponent is wearing? I don't care if they're on the state championship team. You don't know who your opponent is. And guess what? Everyone is beatable. There isn't a single person out there who has never lost a match.
Except this guy.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Execute your game plan. Be confident in your training and your ability. And don't let yourself be your biggest opponent. Minimize all the external factors. You don't need them. They're just getting in your way. And by the way, if you haven't been able to tell, this goes for everything in life. If you're looking for a job promotion and you're up against one of your colleagues who has more experience than you, so what? You can't control that stuff. These are external factors without your control. You just need to do the best that you can. And guess what? That is enough. If you believe in yourself and your ability and your work ethic and your drive, you're going to get that promotion. You're going to reach your goals. I guarantee you. Stay positive, my friends. We don't need any negative energy in the passions that we have in life, whether it's wrestling, whether it's your job, whether it's your hobby, whatever it is. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Compare you to you, because personal growth is the only thing that matters. And if you just focus on yourself and continue to better yourself without letting anything else get in the way, then you're going to find success, my friends. That is a Jacko Attacko guarantee. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this enlightening in some capacity. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share button so that we can spread all these positive vibes out to the world. Until next time, guys, I will see you then. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.